8 unidentified Pakistani nationals were killed in Maristan County, located in Iran's southeastern Sistan-Baluchistan province, near the Pakistan border. The Pakistani government confirmed the deaths and stated that its embassy and consulate in Iran are working with Iranian authorities to investigate and repatriate the victims' remains. Further details about the victims and the circumstances of the killings are pending. The incident comes amid tensions between Iran and Pakistan, which exchanged cross-border strikes last year targeting militant groups that operate in the border region, including Jaish al-Adl, the Balak Liberation Front and the Balak Liberation Army. These border areas are known for being volatile, resource-rich and underdeveloped. The European Union will provide the Palestinian Authority with €1.6 billion, or approximately $1.8 billion, over the next 3 years. This support is tied to reforms aimed at addressing corruption and governance issues within the Palestinian Authority. The funding includes €620 million for financial support and reforms, €576 million for recovery efforts in the West Bank and Gaza, and €400 million in loans from the European Investment Bank, pending approval. The EU, as the largest donor to the Palestinians, hopes the Palestinian Authority could eventually govern Gaza after the Israel-Hamas war. However, Israel opposes giving Gaza to the Palestinian Authority and rejects the EU's vision of a two-state solution. The announcement comes ahead of a high-level EU-Palestinian Authority political dialogue in Luxembourg. Hong Joon-pyo, former mayor of Daegu, has announced his candidacy for South Korea's presidency. The election is set for June 3, following the impeachment of former President Yoon Suk-yeol over a December martial law declaration. Hong will compete in the Conservative People Power Party's primary. Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba warned that U.S. tariffs could disrupt the global economic order, marking his strongest criticism yet of President Donald Trump's trade policies. Despite this, Ishiba emphasized Japan's intent to find common ground with the U.S. on trade and security issues. He highlighted the need to understand both the logic and emotional drivers behind Trump's stance. While Japan is not planning a supplementary budget for now, Ishiba said the government is prepared to act if needed to cushion economic impacts. The statement comes ahead of bilateral trade talks starting Thursday, which will address tariffs, non-tariff barriers, and exchange rates. Trump recently announced plans to set new tariffs on imported semiconductors. Japanese officials also noted that discussions on currency issues would occur between the country's finance leaders, with both agreeing that excessive market volatility is harmful. U.S. President Donald Trump announced on Sunday that a decision on Iran would be made soon, following what both the U.S. and Iran described as positive and constructive nuclear talks in Oman. These talks marked the first direct engagement between Iran and the Trump administration. A second round of discussions is expected to take place in Rome next Saturday, according to Axios. While Trump has previously threatened military action if no deal is reached to halt Iran's nuclear program, he described the current talks as going okay and emphasized the importance of final results over early optimism. The Philippines raised concerns over safety incidents involving its vessels and personnel in the South China Sea during recent talks with China and ASEAN on a long-delayed code of conduct for the disputed waters. Held from April 9 to 11, the negotiations addressed key issues such as the code's legal status and scope. The Philippines emphasized peaceful dispute resolution and adherence to international law, including the 2016 arbitration ruling that rejected China's broad territorial claims China continues to dispute. Tensions between Manila and Beijing remain high, with recent confrontations sparking fears of escalation. Despite a 2002 pledge by ASEAN and China to establish a code of conduct, progress has been slow, and this latest round of talks aim to advance critical points in the process. Vietnam's party chief Tu Lam expressed a desire to strengthen cooperation with China in areas such as diplomacy, defense, security, and infrastructure, according to an article published in Chinese state media. His remarks come ahead of Chinese President Xi Jinping's state visit to Vietnam from April 14 to 15. Lam highlighted 3 proposed rail links with China as Vietnam's top priority in their strategic infrastructure collaboration.
To more informative videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any single video upload to our channel.